So, hi, I am Kara Adams, and this is Kara's Korner. And this week, I am so excited to be at the train station. So I have a great friend, her name is Carla Marquez, and what she is doing is just amazing. She is giving women just empowerment and making them feel good and doing fashion shows and dressing them. And I can't wait to talk to her and to talk to all the beautiful ladies in there about what is happening. So you're gonna come with me and we're going to go and meet all these beautiful women that were part of the We Rise Up fashion show, and it's the second annual. Come on, we're gonna have a great time. Oh my goodness, we are here and I am so excited. Miss Carla, you're reading my notes. So good to see you. So great. You look beautiful as always.
You think
and
have you.
Thank you. And our three lovely guests, if you guys would introduce yourselves, we are going to sit down and have some girl talk about all the amazing things you guys have done, getting in shape, being part of the community here at Train Station. So, if you would.
My name is Raquel Ramirez and I love Train Station.
Hi, my name is Monica Haudegi.
And my name is Guadalupe Beltran, and it's just amazing to be part of an amazing community.
Okay, ladies. So, I'm going to sit down and we're just going to talk first. What are we drinking?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love Lupita. Might as well, girl. Tell her what we're having.
She was making our tea. It's a tea which is an antioxidant, and it also helps with like burn fat. So you get a bunch of goodies in just one, and she added aloe, and that's good for digestion. So it's one of my favorites.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But it's our favorite. You may be ready for a workout after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's got some powerful tea.
A little bit. That's right.
Well, really good. I really wanted to talk about kind of what you guys are doing. I'm always so impressed and so inspired by everything you do, Carla.
No.
And so, and Delphina, because I always see you at your events and at the fashion shows. And so I really want to talk a little bit about We Rise Up, about what it means, why you guys put it together, about the fashion show, about how these beautiful ladies are sitting here in front of me, and just everything that they went through to become kind of, not winners, because we're all kind of that, but to be so successful in your program in what you did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Delphina, if you would.
Well, first of all, it started with We Rise Up Revolution, which is an organization that I created, and it was more than anything to empower women, which in wellness and overall creating the best version of ourselves. And so with that, a pillar of that is the fashion show, We Rise Up Fashion Show. And so we sat down because of all these transformations. It's like, how can we continue empowering women, making them feel so good and confident so they can continue thriving through their journey of, being a mom, being an entrepreneur, being a work, whatever they're doing. So the fashion show came about so we can continue this empowering their transformation, but then also inviting other women in our community to come and leave like, oh my God, they can do it, I can do it too. So that was how, we started with the fashion show.
And so when did it start? How long was because I think that you guys had to work out, and like what was some of the qualifications in order to be considered, and like how do you win We Rise Up? Like how did they win the fashion show?
Do you want to?
Go ahead.
So our goal is to really focus on a 12-week transformation. The reason being it's because really a true habit takes place, everybody says 21 days, which it's the beginning of developing a healthy habit, but 12 weeks, you got it down.
Yeah.
So the goal is 12 weeks so you can truly see a transformation, and those habits that we taught you, you got it and you can continue with forever movement. Does
12
that make sense?
weeks. Is that 84 days?
That's 90 days.
Okay.
90 days or
I'm like
3
trying to do
months,
that.
you know? So yeah. So that's what we've seen that truly when people really stick to it.
Uh-huh.
And more than anything, Carla, it's making it a lifestyle change. Lifestyle changes. Because we've also done extreme measures and we've seen so many women do extreme diets, extreme exercise, they burn out.
Yes.
So yeah, they'll lose 30, 40, whatever, but it's like really extreme when they stop. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to work out anymore. I'm so tired, or I need to eat everything in sight. And that is not the intention. Right? The intention is how can you keep these great habits and develop them forever, and not only have it for you, but take it onto your family, your circle, you know, your friends, everyone.
Teach your kids how to eat the same way. Like,
and honestly, that's what's happening.
well, see, that's so good because my son comes home and he's like, Mommy, where are the Oreos? Like, Mommy, can we stop by Circle K? It is awful. And now he's like, Mommy, I've got, my tummy, and my tummy's getting, fluffy is what he calls it. And I'm like, I am not being a good role model to how he can eat and what makes sense. And so, Carla, like, how did you find these women? Like, how did it all come about?
Well, as Stefina mentioned earlier, her and I really came up with the idea. She had created We Rise Up Revolution in the beginning, since the beginning, but her and I just wanted to create a concept where her and, all the team, all the coaches at Train Station would actually teach all these girls, the habits and the lifestyle of eating right, of exercising, of changing within from like the inside and out. And I said, for me, I've always been part of this community ever since I moved to the Inland Empire. I mentioned to you the last time we were together. And Delphine and I just wanted to create a movement in which we could help women, transforming them physically, but also reassuring them that they're beautiful in every single way. And once they walk through that runway, it's a life-changing experience for them, because once they do that, you can ask these beautiful women in here how like all this process, 3-4 months of working out, like eating healthy, talking to different kind of women that empower one another, walking through the runway, having to wear different outfits that are out of their comfort zone. They've changed their lives completely. So for us, we just decided, let's just come together, bring girls that have like at least 30-40 pounds over their weight, so that way we could work with them. We actually made an audition and it was amazing. You would see the little footage from when they started, how they came in like so insecure, most of them, and then how they are now, the transformation that they've done. And they are so inspiring to so many women, and that's pretty much our goal. We want to go out there and, have other women be like, oh, I want to become part of, the Train Station family. It's a tribe that not only I, but Delfina, she's had for so many years, and I just feel very blessed to actually be part of her tribe and working together, to achieve that goal, because honestly, it's very satisfying. So that's how we came along with it's pretty much a dream, I would say, to be part of a movement where women are changed, where women, actually decide to look hotter than what they looked before, and be like, oh, I'm a model, and feel like, hey, like I'm a flaming hot. And we need to talk about that story.
Crazy. No, but before we move, I really want to state something to Carla's point is, Carla, as women come together, it can be a sense of competition. Do we either collaborate or compete, right? Especially as business owners, especially as women. And so something that I'm so true on in finding women that have the same vision is how can we align our business with being a purpose, right? Because that's who real change makers, that's how we change the world. So the fact that, within here at Train Station with the coaches here, we've been working on transformations like for years. And so we developed the physical aspect, but then we started applying the inner, what we call it the inner workout. Because again, it's about how can we be so good inside that the physical naturally transform. So when she came along, new to Riverside, and we started talking, like getting to know each other on a personal level, knowing her background in modeling and fashion. I'm like, how can we use our talents here at Train Station and utilize your talents too and make it a bigger and greater thing? So it was like a leap of faith, a new project, new idea came about. Instead of like, no, let's hold back, what if it does? Let's do it. It just happened within like a month. Like, let's go, let's make it happen. And that's how the first annual came about.
Well, that is so cool.
And it was crazy because as she mentions, we only had less than a month. I was going through the process of creating my online boutique, and I was telling her, I was like, Tafina, like, I want to make like my online, and I'm actually having the photo shoot. She's like, I'll be one of your models, don't worry about it. And then we just gather a whole bunch of girls, and then from there she's like, what about if we launch your online, and we bring along my girls that have been working out, you dress them up. And I was like, okay, cool. So it was just amazing.
It was just like that.
The impact that night
so magical. So magical. And it's so true because we're like, all right, make it happen. We talked to the girls, we gathered, because they've already been working on the transformation. They're like, yeah, let's do it. Lupita was actually at that time pregnant. And I'm like, Lupita,
she was our MC.
Can you be the MC? Because she's all for it. She's like, heck yeah. It just happened like that.
I'm in.
Yes. When amazing people come together, magic just happens.
Yes.
We had a place of 200 women, Carla. Like, it was such a beautiful.
Kara?
I'm sorry,
Kara. I was like, wait,
Kara.
Kara. Sorry, I can't say Carla. I know. And I'm looking at you.
And Kara's like,
excuse me, I'm not Carla. Carla with the K.
But it was amazing because we said, as long as, we could gather at least 100 women that night, it's going to be fun, it's going to be amazing. Guess what? That night we had over 200
women.
And all of them were like buying stuff from my little pop-up that we had. All the girls that, were showing their transformation that night were rocking deluxe. So it was just crazy. And then when we left that night, all the girls that attended were like, how do we do to be part of the next one? When is it going to be? And that's what really pushed us to actually do it, but every year taking it to the next level. And that's what we did on this second one.
Which was so fun. And so if you can tell me a little bit about each lady and what they won, because these are all your winners. So, tell us a little bit about, I can't wait to hear the Dorito story.
Start with the Doritos!
Yes. So if you can kind of make the introduction and then,
So part of the transformation is, again, working on the physical, coming here to Train Station, being on their meal plan, on their supplements, right? And so with that, one of the things that they knew they were going to, model, which was a gown, the bikini.
They modeled a bikini?
Yes. It was a bathing suit, but yes.
How'd that feel?
Fitness wear.
Great.
It was a Mexican fashion dress. And then one of the things, because again, with global warming, with us continuing the impact in our community, we said, well, one of the things we really want to be cautious is being, how can we recycle? How can we save our environment, our community? So we told them one of the things you have to do is create a dress out of recycled goods.
Okay.
So every single thing that you use on your dress has to be recycled. It's your creativity.
Everything on the dress.
Everything.
Everything.
We didn't
And
even
it was
allow
their
them to wear
idea,
anything,
their-
just a
yes.
bra and an underwear. That's it.
Yeah.
It was very challenging, actually.
Yeah. No, and we're like, oh, no. They were just like, hey, how about this? And we would say yes or no. And that night, even yours, we were amazed at their creativity and the love and the time they all put in these dresses. It was amazing.
And you have footage that we can show.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So that you just won't hear us talking about it. You'll see it as well.
Yes, and
So then, go for it.
So-
Or do you want to start?
No.
so as she mentioned, this year it was very, very, very challenging. they had to do the first walk. It was actually a dance. They had to dance on high heels, okay? That was their intro. And then after that, it was the Mexi-R.
Well, she required a 3-minute change. Go
Yes.
in their model, change to something else. Like like crazy.
Isn't that pretty fast?
But we're like, you realize these women are not pros, right? You're dealing with models like doing this for life. And
Well, let me tell you, they were ready in a minute.
they were ready.
They were like,
pros.
but anyways, it was a huge challenge. But you know, I'm just like very happy. And once I recall that moment and that day, it's just like I feel like I want to cry because, like I'm telling you, when I saw them the first time, I saw them like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't know. Is it gonna be okay? I've never modeled. And that night, you should have seen these girls, like, all of them.
You were there.
I was there.
Oh,
See my son.
she was dancing. So you made,
So I missed like the good part.
Yes.
But like my son, he was like, "Oh, you're dancing," and like I could say, we went to the vendor booth and I got a girdle. Like it was all good. But I missed you all. So
anyways, the first place we came into an agreement, obviously, because this is a transformation, an event for transformation. Our first place was based on the best physical transformation, and that was Monica Jauregui. So she won the first place. She won $500.
woo!
And just a side note on that, so our tickets were $15. And all the ticket sales were gathered so the 3 top winners can take away that money.
Wow.
So you see, in a way,
Great.
it's like we're working hard, but we're trying to give back as well.
Right.
Because that's our goal. You know, we want people to know that we work hard, but we also give back.
Right.
And we want to empower women, and we want to make them, you know, go out there and do whatever they want to do. So that's us. Second place, it was
Well,
best.
say a little bit.
Yes.
So,
Monica, you're your transformation.
place.
Transformation.
Okay, so my transformation. So I've lost over 30, close to 40 pounds.
Wow.
I've lost 19 inches all over my body. And I honestly forgot the percentage of muscle that I built, but I will let you feel if you'd like to.
I trust you.
Touch me if you want to. Everyone. All over.
So I work out here Monday through Thursday. On Tuesdays, here at Train Station, we have 30-day challenges that you can join. You just have to get with your coach and join. And they have a second workout class on Tuesdays. And so I'll do 2 workouts on Tuesdays. I do take off like Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes though I am here on Saturday as well.
So you
And-
work out like 5 to 6 times
Yes.
a week.
Yes.
Mind you, I have to interrupt. When she started here a year ago, she was
Yeah,
like,
a year and a
"Oh,
half.
girl, I could only come one day a week. I don't have time. I'm too busy. I'm a this, I'm a that." Okay, no problem. Once a week would be great.
Yeah.
But she started getting results, and what happened?
Yeah, it's like an addiction. Like
That's
for
a
me,
good one.
Yes.
I can't stop. The fact that like it helps when you have the support, you know, that like my husband, so he'll be like, "I'm gonna be late, just leave. I'll be there, you know, with the kids." Not that we need, because my youngest is 17.
Oh, okay.
But so you know, it's just like you get support at home, and then you come here and you have support, and it doesn't feel like a competition. You feel like everyone motivates you. Everyone, like, you know, pushes you to do your best, to get that last rep in, you know, and to just keep going. And it's just an amazing feeling. Like, to be honest with you, I've had a membership at 24 Hour before. And I honestly felt like that was just a gym. And I'm not trying to put them down, but I'm just saying my experience. I felt like it was like a meat market, you know, and, you know, you'd work out and you would feel uncomfortable. And not only that, but I feel that when you work out on your own, you don't push yourself like when you're with a group. And when you're with a group and it's a setting where these because some men come, more women than men, where they like, make you, they instill that drive in you to just like keep going, and like no one's hating on anybody, and everyone does what they can the best they can. It's just a good feeling to come, like you don't want to miss. Because I'll tell you one thing, when I see pictures posted on Instagram of a class that I didn't get to come to, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, like that's how I feel. But I love working out. I love, like, I'll be 42 in January.
Yay!
I have 3 kids. My oldest will be 24. My middle will be 22. My youngest just turned 17. I turned my marriage last week on the 16th. I've been married for 20 years. And I've never felt like as healthy as I do now. I have like energy, my husband probably thinks like, girl, what is your problem? But he likes it. And you know what too, the thing I like too is the fact that even though I come like that much, every workout it's different. And every time, like, I'm sore right now. You don't think I'm going to be because I come so much? No, something's always sore the next day, or even by the time I leave here. So it's, they change it up, and they're always just like kicking your ass.
Yes, which is good.
Yes, it's amazing.
Okay, so Monica,
Yes.
tell me this. Like, when you were introduced as the winner,
Okay.
like, how did that feel?
Okay. It felt amazing because, like, I know the work that I put in, and I know, like, to me, it wasn't even about winning first or winning $500, because if you would have seen us all, like every time we practiced, it was like, oh damn, it's like basically having a girls' night out. We were laughing, we were like cheering each other on, like pumping each other up, having each other's back, and it was that way until like the end of the night. Like it never stopped. We had to wait because, like, when you model for Carla, you're not allowed to come out. You're not allowed to come out of the room. Like, she hides her models, so you guys can't see us until the event starts. So you're like, oh damn, right? So we were in a room. Yeah, we were melting, but we made it work. And then, like, our hair was falling out of the curls. We had one doing makeup while one was curling hair.
And nursing?
Yeah, she was nursing. Yes, she was nursing the baby, and we were all like, oh, when he was nursing, I'm fanning him. So we were all like working together. We had an amazing time.
And here we are worried about them, like, oh my God, the girls are gonna be melting.
Yeah.
I bet they're bored. And
When we saw some videos, they were having the real party.
We were dancing back there. We were like having the time of our life, to be honest with you. But the one thing that I feel meant more to me was to get just one person, and I know I had told the girls this, if we get just one person to be like, you know what? I'm freaking signing up and I'm changing my life too. Then we made our goal, right?
Yeah.
And that happened. That happened.
Oh.
And it's so, it's awesome to see those girls walk in that were at the event just like watching.
And just saying, I want to look like those girls.
Yes.
Right?
And now we have one that was here. Her name is actually Claudia, right?
Claudia.
And she was one of those girls, and she's lost 12 pounds.
That's my hairstylist.
Oh, yeah.
She started at the fashion show.
Oh, she is?
She's my hairstylist. When she went that night, she took her husband.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she's like, Carla, those girls, how? I'm like, train station. And then I didn't know she was gonna be this committed. And yesterday I saw her pictures, and she's been texting me and showing me, and Carla, you know what? They're kicking my ass, but I love it.
Yeah. So after the fashion show, she joined our 6-week challenge.
Okay.
And just finished yesterday, and she won first place.
Yes.
And so she told me so cute because she loves to dance. And there was this cute song, and she's going like this. She's like, "Can you believe I can now keep up with my husband?"
Wow.
And I'm like, "Oh, what?"
Yes.
And he's the happiest man.
Oh yeah.
He told me the other day, Carla, you guys gotta make more events like those.
Yeah.
She still has 40 to go. He said that. But she's looking hot.
Yes.
And
Wow.
then
Doing so
now
good.
she's fixing her hair.
Oh, yeah.
She's wearing makeup.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that confidence
Yeah,
that you get out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. And that's the fulfillment that
For us.
Yeah.
that we get as a team, because what Monica mentioned just now, it's just so true. When you come to train station and you join this community, you don't feel like you're competing with anybody. You don't feel like you just gotta be better than anybody else. Why? Because there's always someone next to you telling you, hey, you got this. Hey, it's okay, get up.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
That
you know,
is
so it's just amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've heard from Monica, and we've heard like your overall prize winner,
Yes.
top $500. Okay, now
From her. Rita was her second place.
Okay.
She won $300, and obviously, as Delphina mentioned, it all came from the tickets that we sold, and that was for the best confidence and personality and performance overall.
Yeah. Okay. And so, how much did you lose? And tell us a little bit about your story.
I've lost. So remember that I was pregnant on the first We Rise Up, right? So I was literally almost due.
Which was a year ago?
A year ago.
Okay.
I was like almost due. So then after I had my baby, I've lost over 35 pounds, 40 pounds.
Wow.
But the number is amazing. But the way that I felt is so much more gratifying, you know? And just because, after, this is my third baby.
Talk about your postpartum.
Yeah. So this is my third baby. So I'm like, people are always like, is she gonna go back to normal? Is she gonna, And me, it's like I hit a plateau at 140. No, as you heard earlier, it's just the support that you get, But after I had my son, and even a little bit during pregnancy, I went through depression. And I wasn't aware of it. I knew there was something off, but I wasn't really accepting it, So after I had him, I went through postpartum depression. And I didn't believe in postpartum depression, And I think that now I have so much compassion towards women. I have so much love and gratitude towards everybody who has, gives birth. And this is my third child,
How old are your other ones?
They're 8. One just turned 8. Another one's going to turn 5. And then this one just turned 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I didn't want to believe it. It was a horrible experience in my behalf. Like, I don't wish it upon anybody, but it took me 9 months to really be like, okay. And I have to say, and I'm 100% grateful to this event, because if it wasn't for me really giving myself that time, just that time, either just that hour of working out or those 2 hours of coming and rehearsing, my life would have been so different. Maybe I still would have been depressed. Who knows, But just that time made such a huge impact on me. So the 40 pounds, that's society, But what's in here and what's in here and all the other transformations, that's what's truly meaningful.
Oh, wow.
And just like she was talking about, like the encouragement, the support, hey, are you coming? Hey, this is going on. Let me tell you, whenever you have a deadline and whenever you have to be somewhere at some time and you have to be and look a certain way or whatever, there's obstacles like no other. Like no other.
There's cake everywhere.
Yes. Either the car breaks down, you're moving, so this and so that or whatever, but it's up to you if you want to overcome that and the type of person that you become in order for you to be like, okay, how am I going to take care of it? How am I going to move forward?
Yeah.
And how many times you just get stuck on, this happened and that's it, I'm done, I quit. And not in a fashion show, but just in life in general.
Yeah.
How many times has that happened to anybody? So this was just an amazing, amazing experience.
So we had Monica, we had Lupita. Now, last but not least,
So Raquelita she won third place, $200, and she won the best recycled dress. It was very
The most
inspiring
creative.
and
Yes.
creative. And there's a story behind it. Like if you were to see it, you will probably understand it without even her saying it. But we'll let her say it.
I
and
want to
talk
share
about-
something before she starts. It was the most creative, but also I heard the judges saying whoever worked it.
Oh, she
she worked it.
Yes, because let me tell you, a lot of these girls had amazing dresses, and I'm just saying because their dresses were phenomenal, right? I'll show a little bit about mine later, but their dresses were phenomenal. But then I remember this is like it's about the creativity and how they worked it, how confident they felt while they were, how they presented that dress. And let me tell you, Raquelita, she presented that dress.
Sure did.
Bring it on, Raquelita, tell us.
I mean, I went before you walking, and I was standing, and she came out. Was like, well, damn. I'm off work, and there was no stopping her. No.
yeah.
No.
So how old are you, Raquel? First start with that. How many kids? How many
I'm
pounds?
48. I have
Woo!
3 kids.
Yes.
And I have 1 grandchild.
And you are rocking it. You look, and you have heels on right now.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
got
like
used to
it's like 8 o'clock at night. She's got heels on.
All day. All day.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, one of the dress we have to name of the dress and what we thought about the dress while we were making the dress. So that dress was my transformation. So the name of my dress is Flaming Hot because that's how I felt.
Because that's what you
And that's how you look.
So what it took me to be Flaming Hot is taking the products of Herbalife, coming to the community to work out, so that became Flaming Hot. So I did that, and I want to mention something about Carla, that just we will have to come and practice, but we will come to learn how to walk, the pose, and actually I wanted to go to that day so that way I can put whatever I learned. But one thing that I was, this makes me very confident. When I was bathing suit, I told Carla, I don't want to go with, I need something, I need to cover myself, I don't want it. And then she goes, no, you have to. I go, no, believe me, I want to cover. I don't know what happened that day. I took it out.
She went like this.
She's like, I don't know what happened. Girl, we know what happened.
It was the confidence that I gained for, to be part of the community.
Wow. And how much weight did you lose?
Close to 40 pounds.
Wow. And I think that I was at your house one day and we were trying
Yeah.
on clothes.
Yes.
Huh?
And
You
this was
look
way-
awesome.
Yeah.
Because I remember
Yeah,
you
she was
being there.
And one of the greatest things of that night too, I'm just looking at Raquel, that the support system. Her daughters were there, like her sister, her friends. Same with you, your husband, your daughters, you, your husband, the kids. Like it was packed. It was packed, but it's all of their people, that came to support too, and they still rocked it. And I think it was like, look at my hard work,
Yeah.
And you know what? Just the hardest part too, that me as a person, as a model that I've been in the past and now, just to know that you have 3 judges that are pretty up in there in the industry, experts. One of them has a modeling agency. The other one, she's the president of a pageant that it's international. It's called Miss Pan American International. As a matter of fact, tomorrow it's taking place in Mexico, where they bring professional models. And then Nora is.
Yeah, she's also a judge and a worldwide competitor for natural bodybuilding.
So imagine
So
they had this pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Yes, they had this
They
pressure.
were legit. It wasn't like Roy on the corner.
And it's and I remember I kept on telling them the night before. I think I'm a little bit tough. They can tell you once it comes to that. I'm business. I'm like, you know what? We're having this, and remember, and you guys have to stare into their forehead, not their eyes, because they're gonna intimidate you. But I kept on telling them it's professional people, like pros. So I feel that that was like a big thing for them, that they actually overcame that.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge.
It was just, they were just enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
That's it.
We were,
And
and you know what I
tell.
noticed too is that during rehearsals, we would ask each other like, "Oh my God, did I do that right? Oh my God, like, were we supposed to stand? Wait, which way are we supposed to move?" Like, almost like a little bit of doubt, obviously, right? But that day, it seemed like with not just us, but all the girls that were in this with us, like, it's just like, I don't know, something just snapped and we were just like, you know what? It's time. It's showtime. You know, and like you just seen it all like disappear, and you can see like everyone's confidence just like shine, you know, shine through and walk, and you know, and it was just a really good time, especially to see, like, I like that. I love for, like, you know, like women to motivate each other instead of, like, you know, backstabbing each other. And that's the feeling that's here. It's just like motivation, you know, and cheering each other on. It's just a great feeling, to be honest with you.
All right, ladies. So I love to take a moment out, and like this is the perfect segue because we're all sitting here drinking tea. But I want to ask, you know, if you were sitting down having tea with your younger self, what kind of advice would you give so that you would get through life a little bit easier or a little bit less scarred from just the things that we go through as women?
It would be very hard for me to say, but I would just tell that little girl to believe in herself and don't let no one tell her that she can do something that she wants, because that's what happened to me. I was little and I always saw myself with cameras and modeling and everything, but nobody told me, just go for it. I started like living my dream when I was like 11, I will tell you that. And that's because I pretty much found myself doing it all alone. I went knocking on doors, and that's how I started. So I would just tell that little girl, believe in yourself, go for what you want, and don't let nobody stop you from doing what you really, really love doing.
What's in your heart? Delphina.
That's an amazing question. And I'm going to get emotional because every time I speak, before I go on stage, the whole idea is to speak from my heart. And I always put the younger version of myself. So I always say, for me, it's not necessarily the little girl in me, but it was the young mom at when I divorced. I was 29 years old and I had 3 boys. So I felt lost, I felt empty, and with a lot of pain. So I always speak to her, and I'm just gonna say, follow your instinct. And how we know what that is now as women in our 40s or 30s, but what I can tell someone, my younger version, is it's in your stomach. That connection, that the butterflies, that weirdness that you feel in your stomach, that's your instinct. So whatever is telling you, listen to it. And so one of the things I've learned is that your gut, it's connected to your heart. So if you feel it here, it's your heart telling you to go for it or don't go for it. So that would be my biggest advice. Follow your gut, which is your heart. And life will lead you the right way. And at the end of the day, if you fall, that's okay. It's part of life. It's part of living. It's taking risk. And it's what's going to get you stronger. So that's what I would tell her.
I love it. Lupe. I said it right?
Lupita. Well, it's so funny because we kind of have like the similar stories, and I would just say, you know, follow your heart. But sometimes people don't listen to what people have to say, and sometimes either like you can be ashamed or whatever of whatever you've lived or whatever you've done or whatever's happened in your life, but always just get back up with your eyes looking straight forward. When you're in Spanish, we say con la frente bien en alto, and be proud, because be proud, and just keep on moving forward, because no matter what, no matter how slow, no matter how fast, no matter where, you're going to get to wherever you have to get, as long as you follow your heart and you have that dream. And just no one is going to speak, you have to be your biggest cheerleader.
Absolutely.
No matter what. So if someone, you just always, that's a word. Be your greatest cheerleader. If someone says something that doesn't, I'm wonderful, I'm powerful, I'm beautiful, I'm moving forward. I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, I'm powerful, I'm moving forward. No matter what, just have those 3 powerful words that fulfill you and just continue moving forward no matter what.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Monica. I said it right?
Yes.
Okay. It's a team. I can't even believe it. I can't believe that.
Okay, so I was a young mom as well. I had my first baby at 17. And so with me, I would say I have experienced some things young. And I think that when you have kids of your own, you want better for them. So I think I have 1 daughter and I have 2 sons. So I think, you know, in life, I mean, we see it now where men and women can have the same job and the man get paid more. So for me, I always tell like my daughter to believe in herself, to set goals, go after them. If you get it, good, set another one, do it again. If you get knocked down, get back up. That she needs to just believe in herself. Don't be afraid to speak her mind. I've always told her that if she feels a certain way about somebody, to tell that person to their face, not behind their back. And I told her that your real friends will respect you for being true to them, to their face. And the ones that don't respect it, they weren't your friends in the first place. And, you know, just to, you know, work hard, respect herself, you know, and just to know that there's going to be mistakes made, but hey, you know what? You'll learn from something from it. So, and I actually tell all 3 of my kids, but I would say just more my daughter, because I feel like, you know, that sometimes we have it harder than the men, you know.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm being nice. Yeah. See, but my daughter would have just said it straight out. She wouldn't care if she heard your feelings. She's like, here, you know. But yeah, so that's what I would, you know, tell her, and you know, just to, you know, go after it. Go after whatever you would like to do. And to be honest with you, like she's, you know, she is. So
She's had an amazing role model.
thank you.
You know, sorry to interrupt, but like adding to that, also I've always like I have a little sister who she's been watching me forever, and I've always say like be you, be you, and don't change for anybody. Like be you, your authentic self, and keep that light on. And that light is you. Because sometimes we go through life and people dim that light and people turn it off, or people cut your wings off. And yeah, we allow it. But just be you.
I love it.
Good advice.
All right, my sexy mama.
Flaming
My flaming hat.
No, I have well, as you guys can see, I do have my accent is kind of thick, and now it's not only that, I do have a speech problem, but everybody thinks it's just the accent, but no, it's the speech as well. So what I would tell the little girl of me, it's like don't be embarrassed, you know, keep trying, and I'm sorry, I get emotional because I didn't know I had this problem, and people thought that I was it was just my I cannot even tell.
Your accent.
It's okay.
So I feel very for everybody, what everybody says, I have a little like connection with Delfina, with Lupita, and with Monica. So, but I would tell the little girl of me is that don't let anybody laugh for how you talk. You know, it's put your forehead up and continue. And be proud of what you do. So.
That's so crazy. I would have never thought you had a speech problem. I swear, and I get it, because like my oldest son, he's gonna be 24, but he's special. He got diagnosed as being mental retardation, and it's hard because he was bullied, and you see his struggles. But I'll tell you one thing: that's what humbles my other two kids. To see their brother struggle the way to see their brother struggle the way he does, you know. It humbles them because they know like how their brother needs that extra help. How their brother will always live with mom and dad. So yeah, I would have never known that about you. To me, it's just Raquel, you know, and her heart outshines anything, you know. And I'm sorry, but I love that accent. To me, it's like, you know, I love it.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much for kind of opening up and for talking and for crying. And I would say, like, you know, I was having such a rough day before I came in, and you know, but I think when you're trying to break out of a cocoon, when you're trying to break out of a shell, it's uncomfortable and there's pain that comes along with it. And that if I were to shrink back and become the old Kara, the quiet Kara, the Kara that never stood up for herself, that everything I've been through up to this point would have been for nothing. And so when I fight for myself, when I stand up for myself, when I don't let people talk down to me, like I second guess it sometimes, but I realize that I am so much more than what people give me credit for, and that I allow people to treat me a certain way, and that I teach people how to honor me and how to love me. And so seeing what you ladies are all doing is just so motivating and so inspiring, and I want what you all are drinking. Like, it is so beautiful. I love it. Yes. I need some sparkles and some I need all of that. Yes. And so what I want to do is, like, I want to move into like where all the magic was happening, and you know, I want you guys to tell us about some of the exercises that you love, that you hated, and then, you know, we're just gonna start to like communicate and hug it out, and you know, I would love to come again and be part of, you know, what your next transformation. Like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep that weight off, and I'm gonna eat some chocolate.
Okay, so we're coming into where all our magic happens. All the pain! And here, you know, where we're taught that 80% is our nutrition and 20% is our workout from our results, right?
And 100% mindset.
Yes. Mindset. Effort.
Okay, so you guys have to show me. Like, okay, if I want to like lift this up a little bit and like push this in a little bit, like what could I do? Like, is there one exercise
I
that you
would
love?
say the breast jump squats that they make us do, because
Just show me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna actually do it.
all right, so we get down here and then we have to jump, make sure that our hands our feet land by our hands.
Oh my Lord.
And then once you're here, you like jump up, so it's like this.
See, that's how you got your booty so good.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll be like this, like. Okay.
We do modified. That works too.
Because I think I would pull something.
Well, that's fine, and that works too, as long as they tell us, like, you just keep moving.
Oh,
Yes.
very good. Okay, now Carla, you okay? Show me, like, how do I walk? Like,
How about we have Lupita do it.
Yeah, yes.
Lupita and Raquel.
which part? The formal, the bikini, the.
Okay,
You do the formal and she
formal
does
and
the
bikini.
bikini. Yeah.
because it's different ones.
So the formal, you have to put your chin up, shoulders back, and then you have to. Confidence, daddy! Go, girl, go, go, go! So,
Actually, it makes such a huge difference when you're wearing high heels because you're more like up here. So with bikini, it's more fun and, well, you know, you always have to watch the angles, Miss Carlos. The angles, and then you just like walk and have fun. And then turn, and you work it, girl. And then you pose and
she's a pro. Higher.
you're in.
Well, I just want to thank you ladies so much. This has been amazing. You guys are all just so motivational. Everything that you're doing. I want to just like be group hug, you know, boop boop train station. But even more, it's just like the power of women coming together in community is just amazing. So thank you all for letting me enter into your life. And you guys are gonna watch me because I'm gonna do this with.
They gotta be ready for the third annual.
Yes.
Which
It's September 2020.
Yes.
Yes. See, I did my homework.
I'm gonna be ready.
I'm gonna be ready. So thank you, group And I will see you guys on Thursdays at 10:30 and 11:30. I love this. I hope you enjoyed it just as much. So please catch Kara's Corner every Thursday. And remember, woo woo, and remember to subscribe, to like. If you want to know anything about the training station or train station, if you want to know anything about what these beautiful ladies are doing, then please comment below. Thank you. Bye.